Today, we embark on a journey into the economic heart of Southeast Asia, specifically focusing on the ASEAN 6, the 6 largest economies in the region. Comprising Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. This group of nations, collectively forms a powerhouse of economic dynamism. In our exploration, we recognize the paramount importance of delving into the intricacies of the cost of living within these nations. The decisions made by residents, expatriates, foreign tourists, and investors are profoundly influenced by the economic landscape, and the cost of living analysis stands as a key determinant in shaping these decisions. Our purpose is to conduct a meticulous comparative study, scrutinizing vital indicators, such as the Cost of Living Index, COLI, Rent Index, Groceries Index, and Restaurant Price Index. Through this exploration, we aim to provide you with a nuanced understanding of the economic nuances within the ASEAN 6, empowering you with the knowledge to navigate these diverse economies wisely. Join us as we unravel the layers of the comparative cost of living in the largest economies of the ASEAN region, shedding light on the economic intricacies that define the choices of those who call these nations home, or consider them as destinations for travel, investment, and growth. Our first criterion is the rent index. Let's talk about it first. This tells us how much it costs to rent a place in a city, compared to New York. If the rent index is high, it means renting is more expensive in that place. If it's low, it's more budget-friendly. This index helps us understand the housing landscape. Now, let's compare rent index values across ASEAN countries. We're essentially looking at how much people are paying for rent in each country, compared to the others. This comparison helps us identify which places are more affordable for housing, and which might be a bit more expensive. It's like creating a housing budget ranking for each country. Why is the rent index so important? Well, housing costs are a big part of our monthly expenses. If the rent index is high, it means a significant portion of our budget goes to rent. This, in turn, affects the overall cost of living. A lower rent index can make a place more attractive for those looking to manage their living expenses wisely. So, understanding the rent index is like having the key to unlocking how much housing impacts our entire cost of living picture. As you can see in the table, Singapore has the most expensive housing rent with a score of 85.3, which is significantly higher than the second most expensive in the region, Thailand, which only has a 13.3-point index. The Philippines with only 9.8, Malaysia, 9.8, and Indonesia 8.3, are among the cheapest for housing. This comparison helps individuals make informed decisions about where to live, work, travel, or invest based on their budget constraints and lifestyle preferences. Let's now explore another important criterion, everyday essentials. The Groceries Index serves as a guide for understanding the costs of everyday items, such as food and toiletries. It's like a shopping cart meter. The higher the Groceries Index, the more you might spend on your daily needs. This index provides a snapshot of how affordable basic items are in a specific location. Now, let's compare Groceries Index values across the ASEAN countries. This comparison helps us see how the cost of groceries in one country compares to others. It's like creating a ranking for each country, indicating where daily essentials are more pocket-friendly or a bit pricier. Why does the Groceries Index matter? It directly affects your daily spending. A higher Groceries Index means you might need to allocate more budget to everyday items, while a lower one can lead to more savings. Understanding this index is like having a roadmap for wisely managing your daily expenses, ensuring your budget aligns with the cost of living in your chosen location. Looking at the table, Singapore emerges as the most expensive in the ASEAN 6, with a score of 74 points. The gap is wide from the second, Thailand, which has 42 points. On the other end, the Philippines, with 33.4, and Indonesia, with 33.1, are the most budget-friendly for everyday essentials. This comparison provides valuable insights for residents and foreign travelers, helping them make informed decisions about budgeting for daily expenses, based on the cost of living in different countries. Now, let's explore another criterion: dining out experiences. The Restaurant Price Index, RPI, is like your passport to understanding the cost of dining out. It gives us insights into how much you might pay for meals at restaurants, cafes, and eateries. When the RPI is high, dining out can be a bit more expensive, and when it's low, your taste buds might find a more budget-friendly adventure. This index paints a picture of the dining scene in a specific location. Let's compare RPI values across the ASEAN countries. This comparison helps us understand menu prices in different places, creating a culinary ranking for each country. Looking at the table, Singapore tops the list again with the most expensive restaurant prices at 58.4 points. Thailand, the Philippines, and Malaysia follow at a distance with 21, 20.9, and 20.5 points, respectively. Indonesia stands out with an impressive low score of 16, making it the most affordable for restaurant prices in the ASEAN 6. Let's now get to the core of our discussion: the Cost of Living Index, COLI. In simple terms, the Cost of Living Index, or COLI, is a measure that tells us how expensive or affordable it is to live or travel in a particular place. The higher the COLI, the more expensive it is, and vice versa. It's like a budget scale for different locations. Calculating COLI involves considering the prices of essential goods and services, such as groceries, rent, transportation, and dining out. These prices are compared to a reference location, usually an average in the region or globally. If the prices in a place are higher than the reference, the COLI goes up. If they're lower, the COLI goes down. For people thinking about moving to a new place, COLI is a crucial factor. It helps you figure out how far your money will go and what kind of lifestyle you can afford. Expatriates, in particular, use COLI to negotiate their compensation packages. Understanding COLI ensures that you can make informed decisions about where to live and work, based on your budget and lifestyle preferences. Looking at the table, the country with the highest cost of living in the ASEAN 6 is Singapore, scoring 85.9 points. Thailand follows as a distant second with 40.7 points, succeeded by Vietnam with 35.7 points, Malaysia with 35 points, the Philippines with 34 points in the fifth place, and Indonesia with the lowest at 31.2 points. Our exploration into the economic heart of the ASEAN 6, focusing on the Cost of Living Index, COLI, Rent Index, Groceries Index, and Restaurant Price Index, has unveiled a dynamic economic landscape. These indices provide valuable insights into the affordability of housing, daily essentials, and dining experiences across the region. Understanding these indices is crucial for residents, expatriates, tourists, and investors, empowering them to make informed decisions aligned with their budget constraints and lifestyle preferences. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit like and share it with your friends. If you haven't yet, please subscribe for more engaging content. Your support means a lot to us, and it helps us create more valuable and enjoyable content for you. Thank you for being part of our community.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Melissa and I'm from Canada.
For how long you have been in the Philippines?
About 2 weeks. I think that Filipino people are amazing. I say that from the bottom of my heart. I've been in other countries before, and I felt kind of pressure. I felt like I stuck out a lot. I find Filipino people are really kind. They all speak English because they have an English education. So if you ever need something, you can ask them. You'll be welcomed.
I am from Canada and I've been in the Philippines for about 3 weeks now.
And so far, how is your experience here in the Philippines?
Honestly, out of the 32 countries I've been to, Philippines, number one. Philippines is so beautiful. The people are amazing. The food is so good.
And where are you from?
I'm Margot and I'm from France.
For how long you have been in the Philippines?
I'm here since 1 month and I will be here until 5 months, 4 months.
Oh.
So It's very interesting first because of the money. Here it's not very expensive. You can do all you want. I am French student in France and it's
Where are you from?
I'm Adrian from Germany.
For how long have you been in the Philippines?
For 5 days now, and I'm going to stay here for another 3 weeks.
And how expensive is traveling in the Philippines as a tourist?
Not that expensive.
Christoph, I'm from Switzerland.
For how long have you been in the Philippines?
Actually, for 8 years, I live here.
Oh, how expensive is the Philippines for foreigners?
Actually, it's quite cheap, to be honest. It's really great place to go. You can eat a lot. It's really cheap.